First and foremost, thank you so much for making it to your mat, for carving out an hour of your day to commit to yourself. So let's go ahead and begin all together in child's pose. Come to kneeling at the center of your mat. Heavy the weight of your hips down and back towards your heels, and then gently bow your torso forward to bring your forehead to connect to the floor. From there, you have several options. You can play around and move it around until you find a space that feels as comfortable in your body as possible. And that might look like your arms out long in front of you, palms face down, or it might be your arms swept back by your sides with your palms face up. You could spread your knees wide apart, create some space for your belly to hang soft and easy, or you could draw your inner thighs close to one another and create a little bit more support for your torso. Once you've tried on your options and found the ones that suit this body, that made it to this mat on this particular day, do your best to close your eyes. Draw all of your focus inward and begin to soften best you can, softening into the folds of your hips and your knees, allowing your shoulders, the sides of your neck, and the bottom of your jaw to begin to soften, using your breath to facilitate that softening process. Every inhale to fill you up, to swirl around and to create space. Every exhale to sink and fall a little deeper into the space that breath leaves behind. Now, over the course of this next hour, I'll invite you to do your best. Take it as it comes, breath by breath, and moment by moment. Try not to decide how anything's gonna go until you give it a shot, give it a try. And then remember that you are in the driver's seat of your practice. So if at any moment it would feel more appropriate to you to rest, remember that you can always rest. It's not a break from the practice, it's simply shifting your commitment. And as you commit, do your best to commit fully. When you're working, work 100%. And when you're resting, rest 100%. Resting might look like coming back to this child's pose. And as you do so, really feel the support of the floor, feel the support of your breath. Use your breath throughout this practice to facilitate your effort. And if at any moment it feels like the postures are building up some internal heat, some internal steam, you can always let that steam go with a vibrational breath. That might come out like an HA ha or an HM or a gentle flutter of your lips. We'll go ahead and begin finding one of those vibrational breaths all together. Gently exhale out all of your air with an SH. Take a deep breath in and let it fill you up, front to back, side to side, top to bottom. And let it go HA. It might feel nice to begin to gently rock your forehead right to left, massage along the space of your eyebrows, from one temple along to the other, back and forth, back and forth. You could allow that gentle sway to snake its way down your torso all the way into the bowl of your hips and let them sway a little right to left, right to left. If they're not there already, begin to softly crawl your fingers forwards towards the frontage of your mat. A couple of moments to awaken your hands, wiggle through your fingertips, each and every knuckle, fan your fingers wide and feel the skin stretch along the surface of your palms. Keep walking your hands forward, forward, forward so that your elbows and forearms gently lift from the mat. Feel the reach of your arms opening up the length and space along the sides of your body. Take a deep breath into that space. And then on your exhale, softly pull yourself forward. Come onto all fours, create a tabletop position. Good. So here, plant your palms right underneath your shoulders and separate your knees about the width of your hips. On an inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze and your tail towards the ceiling, broadening the center of your chest. Nice. On your exhale, scoop your low belly up and in. Push into your palms as you gaze towards your belly button, rounding your spine. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, open the front of your throat. This is your cow pose. Exhale, scoop your belly in, lift your middle back skyward for your cat pose, and then keep going to the rhythm of your own breathing. Every inhale into cow, every exhale into cat. Again, I'll invite you best you can to close your eyes here. Take your focus inward, feel what it feels like to articulate the bones of your spine. If your body's asking for something a little bit more circular and free form, you're welcome to indulge. That might look like rolling the neck, jump roping the ribs, swaying the hips, bending the elbows. Let it be a gentle yawning of your body awake, exploring all of your nooks, all of your crannies. Good, and then keep this exploration going as you fan your fingers wide. Inhale, curl your toes under, and exhale, send your hips skyward. Come into an upside down V shape, and as you arrive there, continue to move it around, feel it out. So maybe start by pedaling through the feet, root one heel to the mat and then the other. Maybe bend both knees deeply to open up your lower back. You might nod your head yes or shake it side to side, allowing the weight of your skull to lengthen out the sides of your neck. You might even jiggle your heels or take a couple of light hops to explore the moving of energy through your body. Those are good donkey kicks, cat. All right, and then as you fan your fingers wide, push into the bottom set of knuckles, right where your fingers meet your palm. On your next inhale, lift your right leg long behind you, and exhale, peel open your right hip, move it around, feel it out. So again, free form, intuitive movement. It doesn't have to look like anything in particular. Close your eyes, roll your hip, bend your knee, rotate your ankle. Find what feels good to open up the space of your right side body. Now listen carefully, bring it back to center. Take an inhale, reach the right leg long, long, long. Exhale, slowly pull your knee to your nose, roll your shoulders over your wrists and round your back. Good. Inhale, reach it long. Again, exhale, knee to nose, push into the palms, find that cat-like spine. Good. Inhale, reach it long. This time, exhale, knee towards nose. As you do, look forward. Place your foot in between your two hands. Awesome. Release your left knee down onto the floor to come into a low lunge. Untuck your left toes. Scoop your hips forward and down like you were trying to get the front of your left thigh to connect to the floor. You might need to toe heel your right foot a little bit more forward so that you can keep your right heel firmly rooted on the mat. Then softly walk your hands up onto your right thigh. Interlace your fingers just behind your knee. Press forward, press away, roll your shoulders down your back and lift your heart tall. Good. Keeping this lift of the chest by pulling your low belly up and in. Reach your arms up overhead, bring your biceps to frame your ears. Take your right hand and grab a hold of your left wrist. Pull it up, up, up towards the ceiling, and then up and over towards the right side of your room. Good. Opening up the left side of your body, keep your hips moving forward as you lift your lowest left ribs up towards the ceiling. Pull your left arm just a little longer. Take one more big inhale. On the exhale, draw it back up to center. Inhale, look up, reach up, maybe a little bit back. And on your exhale, bring your two hands down to frame your front foot. Curl your left toes under, squeeze your left leg straight, and then big step forward to the front edge of your mat for a forward fold. Good. For this forward fold, separate your feet about hips width apart, 6 to 8 inches in between your inner arches. Here, a couple of moments to make it feel good in your body. Maybe sway a little side to side, bend one knee, bend the other. Maybe grasp for opposite elbows or interlace the hands behind the nape of the neck. All right, and then settling yourself at center. On your next inhale, take a half lift. Scoop your low belly up and in and reach the center of your chest forward. Nice. Your hands can rise to your shins or your thighs for a little bit more support. As you pull your chest forward, glide your shoulder blades back. Try to feel for a sense of spaciousness through your collarbones and the sides of your neck. Nice, Jane. Weight just a little bit more forward towards the fronts of the feet. Firm up on the thighs. Awesome. Big inhale. And then exhale, let it go. Fold forward, forward, fold. On your next inhale, swing yourself forward and up. Come to stand tall in your mountain pose, Tadasana. Reach your fingertips towards the ceiling. Settle into your 2 feet. Again, best you can, close your eyes and feel what it feels like to arrive, to stand tall. Let that sensation start all the way in the soles of your feet. Root firmly into big toe mound, pinky toe mound, and heel, so that as you kick the floor away, you feel the muscles of your legs ignite, strong and steady. Scoop your low belly up and in to feel the sides of your waist grow just a little longer and taller, and let that length and lift spiral up through the sides of the rib cage, the armpits, the inner elbows, all the way through your lively fingertips. Soft shoulders, easy jaw. If your eyes are closed, you might gently flutter them open. Kick more into your heels. Take an inhale, reach up, look up, maybe a little bit back. And then exhale, dive forward, hang heavy and find your forward fold. Marrying that movement to the rhythm of one breath. On an inhale, swing yourself forward and up. Go so far up, you go gently back. Find the peak of your mountain. And the moment your exhale comes, dive forward, hang heavy. And then take it one more time, your breath, your movement, and inhale to rise up into mountain pose, and an exhale to dive forward, firm belly into your forward fold. From your forward fold, inhale, take a half lift, firm belly, long spine. Exhale, plant your two palms to the mat, step your 2 feet back into space, and pause in an upper push-up plank. Here again, stack shoulders right over wrists, span your fingers wide, shove the floor away to activate your upper arms and lift your middle back in line with your shoulder blade. Hollow out your low belly to help support the weight of your pelvis and keep your legs super active. Kick back through your heels, pushing into your big toe mounds as you pull forward through the roof of your mouth, staying long through the sides of your neck. Take one more smooth inhale here. Listen carefully. On your exhale, slowly lower all the way down onto your belly. Keep your chin at the center of the mat. Here we'll set up for a couple rounds of baby cobra. Bring your inner legs all the way together, inner thighs, inner calves, toes and heels squeezing. Kick down through the shoelace parts of your feet, so much so that you might feel your kneecaps lift a little from the mat. On your inhale, reach your chest forward, reach your chest up. Let your eyes lead the way as you look up and gently back. Shine your heart forward, pull your elbows in and back towards your hips. Good. Take one more deep inhale to look up a little higher. On your exhale, slowly lower down, chin at the center of the mat, still. Go right into a second set. Inhale, heart forward and up, maybe going even a little higher than you went in the first set. Find the strength of your lower body to support the bend in your upper body. Kick into tops of feet, root hips into the floor. Inhale, look up one more time. Exhale, slowly lower it down. And then one more time. Inhale, heart forward, heart up. Elbows back, elbows down. Little to no weight in the hands. But in these final few moments, think of pulling your mat back to drag your chest even more forward. Nice. Look up, big inhale. On your exhale, slowly lower it down. Now firm up on your low belly. Curl your toes under. In one big move, push all the way back up into upper push-up plank. Good for you. Stay there. Take a smooth breath in. And then exhale, hips high, heels low, downward facing dog. Right as you arrive, move it around, feel it out. Nod the head, wiggle the hips. Again, maybe jiggle the heels. And then as you fan your fingers wide and shove the floor away, on your next inhale, lift your left leg long behind you. Exhale, peel open the left hip, move it around, feel it out. So it's a whole new side of your body, a whole new opportunity to play and explore. Try things on, see what feels good to you. Good, and then bring it back to center. Inhale, reach the left leg long, long, long. Exhale, slowly knee to nose. Pull the belly in, round the spine. Inhale, reach the leg long again. Try to kick it really high. Exhale, knee to nose, push into the palms. Try to get your heel closer to your butt. Good, Matt. Inhale, reach it long. Exhale, slow, knee to nose. As you do, look forward. Gently place your foot in between your two hands. Release your right knee down to the floor. Untuck the right toes. Set up the base for your low lunge. So here the chance to really open up the space across the front of your right hip flexor by rooting your pelvis forward and down. Root into your left heel and then walk your hands up onto your left thigh. Press gently forward and away as you roll your shoulders down your back and lift your heart tall. Find your breath smooth and steady in and out through your nose. As you gather your belly in, reach your arms up overhead, biceps frame the ears. This time, take your left hand and grab a hold of your right wrist. Pull it up, 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 and keep thinking up as you go up and over towards the left. Good. Use the strength of your left arm to pull your right arm as straight as it will go, using the strength of your arms to open up the space through the ribs of your right side body. Take one more smooth inhale. Exhale, draw it back up to center. Look up, inhale, reach up, maybe back. Exhale, two hands down to the floor. Curl your right toes under, squeeze your right leg straight, and then again, big step forward to the front edge of your mat, forward fold. Moving a little bit more swiftly this time. Inhale, take a half lift, firm belly, long spine. Exhale, let it drop, hang heavy, forward fold. And then 3 rounds of mountain pose on your own. Every inhale, rise up, reach up so far up you go gently back. Every exhale, dive forward. Surrender to gravity, a gentle bend behind your knees to protect your lower back. Firm belly to do so as well. Close your eyes if you're able. Feel how good it can feel to carve your skin through the air around you, gently challenging your capacity for breath. How big can you make every inhale? How slow and emptying can you create every exhale? After your 3rd round through, hang soft, hang heavy in your forward fold. Let the weight of your skull lengthen out the sides of your neck. Inhale, take a half lift, firm belly, long spine. Exhale, plant your 2 palms to the mat, step your 2 feet back, and again, pause in your upper push-up plank. So you've been there before, you know where to go. Stack shoulders over wrists, shove the floor away, belly firm. Feel the length of your body as you kick back through the heels and reach forward through the roof of the mat. This time we'll set up our first flow of class. We'll get it started with a breath. Exhale out all of your air, really knit your belly button towards your spine. Good. Inhale, lean your body weight forward, and exhale, lower just halfway down, elbows in by your sides. Inhale, scoop your chest forward and up, kick into the tops of your feet, roll your shoulders back, upward facing dog. Nice, Piper. Exhale, curl your toes under, send your hips high, come into your downward facing dog. Back in downward facing dog, exhale out all of your air, empty, empty, squeeze the belly firm. Inhale, new big breath in. HA. Inhale, lift your right leg long behind you. Now, as soft as you can, step your foot forward in between your 2 hands. This time, rotate your back heel to the mat and inhale, rise up for a warrior 1. Good. A couple of moments to settle into it. Sit low into your front thigh. Stack your front knee right over your front ankle. Drive down through your 2 heels and seal the pinky side edge of your left foot firmly into the floor to softly propel your left hip forward as you glide your right hip back. Gather your belly in, lift your heart tall, reach long through the tips of your fingers, soft shoulders, easy gaze. If you're able, close the eyes, connect with your breath. Every inhale to infuse your body with a sense of lightness and buoyancy. Every exhale to infuse yourself with a sense of groundedness and strength. Sit just a little lower. Take an inhale, reach up tall, and then exhale, peel open into your warrior 2. Reach your right arm forward and your left arm back. Peel your hips and your chest open towards the long side edge of your mat. And you might even lengthen out your stance a little bit here to take up more space on your mat. Yeah, so you might widen your feet apart even a little bit more, Geraldine. This way you can sit a little lower into your front thigh. That's the difference. One day the bottom of that thigh parallel to the floor. Good work. Pull your arms wide apart from one another, middle finger to middle finger. Use the reach of your arms to broaden the space across your chest And then again, lengthen out your breath there. Smooth and steady. Steady and smooth. Final few moments. If you're able, turn your chin forward over your right shoulder. Lengthen out the left side of your neck. Nice. Take one more deep, powerful breath in. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Step the right foot back and move through your flow. It's upper to lower, push-up plank. Inhale to burst forward, upward facing dog. Exhale takes you back, downward facing dog. From there, inhale, glide your left leg long behind you. And soft as you can, step your foot in between your two hands. Dial the back heel down to the mat, kick into your feet as you rise up tall for your warrior one. Again, a couple of moments to feel it out from the ground up. Root down through your heels, sit low in your lunge. Gather your belly in, lift your heart tall, reach long through your arms. Soften the shoulders, right? It's a constant conversation of where do you have to work and energize to feel a sense of support, and where could you do a little less so that you can conserve your energy and create a practice that's sustainable. Sustain it with your breath, smooth and steady in and out through the nose, but always available those vibrational breaths if you need to more viscerally connect to that breathing. Kick into your heels, inhale, reach up tall, and then exhale, peel open wide, warrior two. Left arm forward, right arm back, again, maybe lengthening out your stance to take up even more space. Good. See if you can push even a little bit more into the pinky side edge of your left foot, Hadas, lifting up on your inner arch. That was the difference, to keep your knee tracking right over your ankle. Good. Drop the top of your butt towards the bottom of your butt as you gather your belly in to feel your booty scoop underneath you and feel your lower back grow just a little longer. Spread your arms wide, turn your chin forward if you're able. Stay and breathe. Take one more deep breath in. On your exhale, windmill your hands down to the mat, step the left foot back, move through your flow, 4 movements to reconnect you with 2 breaths, and then keep going, 1 breath per 1 movement. Take warrior 1 and warrior 2. Try it once on the right side and try it once on the left side. So these 1 breaths, 1 movements are your opportunity to flow on your own, to take your time, to really stay interested in your own experience. Feel what it feels like to move your breath through your body and let that breath move your body through space. As simple as every inhale you move and every exhale you move on. Wherever you're able, find those spaces to soften your vision, to close your eyes. Begin to practice what it feels like to move from the inside out. Really lovely work. Again, continue to take your time. Know that in this space, there's no rush. We'll meet together in a forward fold. So after you find your way back to down dog, after the left side through, you'll inhale, glance forward, bend your knees, and softly hop or walk to the front edge of your mat. Nice hop there, Andy. When you get to the front edge of your mat, inhale, take a half lift, firm belly, long spine. And exhale, let it drop, hang even softer, even heavier. Check in with your feet. Set them up again, that hips width apart, about 6 to 8 inches in between your inner arches. Turn your second toe a little bit more forward so that the feet look like the number 11 rather than the letter V. Now on your next inhale, sit your seat low, reach your arms tall, and settle in for your chair pose. Right from the start, be bold. Rock the weight back into the center of your heels and sit low. One day the bottom of your thighs parallel to the floor. Really nice, Anna. Scoop your low belly up and in to support the natural curvature of your low back. Shine your heart forward and lift your chin softly away from your chest to open up the front of your throat and create a nice, easy passageway for your breath. Squeeze your arms as straight as yours will go, and keeping them this long, see if you can lift them just a little higher towards your ears. Nice, Rachel, good for you. Sit just a little lower. Take one more deep breath in. Listen carefully. On your exhale, stand up, mountain pose. Give yourself a moment to arrive to stand tall. Without looking down, toe heel your feet all the way together, toes and heels, inner thighs squeezing. Bring your hands together overhead, interlace your fingers, release just your index fingers. It's a steeple grip called Kali Mudra. Now keep squeezing the palms together. Take an inhale, reach up, 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 and exhale, go up and over towards your right. Fingertips towards the right as you bump the hips towards the left to counterbalance. Similar to the stretch we did at the beginning of class in low lunge, really think of going up and over. Lift your left ribs as high up as you can as you pull with your right arm to create a little bit more space. Take one more deep breath in, and then on your exhale, draw it back up to center. Take an inhale, reach up, up, up. Exhale, up and over towards the left. Fingertips towards the left, hips towards the right, opening up this other side of your body. Cute cat, Caitlin McCloskey. Keep rooting into your heels as you bump your hips further towards the right. Lift your right ribs higher. Keep scooping your left shoulder underneath, chest broad and open. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale, draw it back up to center. Good. Keep the arms lifted best you can, building stamina there. Keep your arms lifted, just unweave your fingers so that now it's palm pressing flat into palm, crossing just at the thumbs. Take a big inhale. On your exhale, sit back and down into a thunderbolt position. So very similar to chair pose, weight back into the heels. Draw the booty back in space and keep the low belly scooped up and in. Now drag your hands down to the center of your chest, one long line from elbow tip to elbow tip. Inhale, puff your heart, and exhale, twist to your right. Hook your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Push your arm into your leg as a point of leverage to scoop your left ribs underneath your right. Maybe fly away, reaching the arms away from one another, broadening the chest. Maybe release your right arm behind your back, search out your inner left thigh for a half bind. Maybe snake your right arm underneath both thighs and look for your left fingertips. Nice work, Emily. Keep at it. Sit just a little lower. Big inhale. Exhale, roll it back to center. Stay low. Inhale, puff the chest. Exhale, twist to the left. Right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Good. For most of us, keep pulling that right hip a little bit more back in space, two knees in one line. Good. Don't wait for me. Go for the flyaway or the bind if that's interesting to you. Especially if you're interested in the full bind, try to slide your right arm further down your left thigh. Think more armpit to thigh. Yeah, that's it, Emily. You're so close. One more deep inhale. On the exhale, roll it back to center. Stay low just a moment. And then on your inhale, stand up, reach up, look up, go back, a back bend on a narrow base. Feel it out. And then dive forward, hang heavy forward fold. Nice work. Inhale, take a half lift, firm belly, long spine. Exhale, plant your palms to the mat. Step your feet back to pause in your upper push-up plank. Shoulders over wrists, hips in line with shoulders. Now here, know that you're welcome to place your knees to the floor if you need a little bit more support. But if you weren't thinking about doing it until I said it, try not to do it. 3 yogi push-ups. Inhale, push the mat away. Exhale, lower just halfway down, elbows in by your side, and push it straight back up. Exhale, lower halfway again, keep the belly firm, and squeeze it straight back up. Last one, exhale, lower halfway, give it a beat, squeeze it straight back up, and then move through your flow. Halfway down, big inhale in upward facing dog, roll your shoulders back. Exhale takes you back into downward facing dog, and exhale out all of your air, empty, empty, empty. Inhale, deeper, fuller, wider than you thought you could. HA. Inhale, lift your right leg long behind you. Soft as you can, step your foot in between your two hands. Dial the back heel down. Inhale, rise up for warrior one. Exhale, peel open for warrior two. Give yourself a moment to land, to settle in. Set it up like you already know how. Sit low, reach wide. Now, make a choice that you're gonna stay this low in your lunge. Flip your right palm towards the ceiling. Reach it forward, reach it up, up, and gently back for your reverse warrior. Good. So this sensation is probably quite familiar to you at this point, right? Just like you're standing half moon, lateral flexion, the chance to open up the side of your body. Sit low, kick into your two heels. Think of dragging them down and in towards one another. Gather your belly in, lift your right ribs a little higher as you pull your right arm long. One more big inhale, fill it up, and then exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Step your right foot back, move through your flow, and flow right into the left side. From downward facing dog, inhale, fly the left leg long. Exhale, gently step it through. Back heel down, inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, peel open, warrior two. Give yourself a moment of pause in your warrior two, a chance to recollect yourself, to feel your form, to feel your breath, to maybe slow things down. And then maybe keep a sense of softness and slowness as you flip your left palm skyward, reach it forward, reach it up, and gently back. Good. Keep driving down through your heels, scoop the belly in and lift the left ribs skyward. Pull your left arm long, a soft tuck of your chin towards your chest to stay long through the back of your neck. Spin your left pinky finger towards the floor to open up a little bit more space in your shoulder socket. Take one more deep inhale, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, windmill the hands down to the mat. Step the left foot back. Move through your flow. Again, reconnect to your breathing. And then for the final one breath, one movement of this class, it's all yours. Explore it to your heart's desire. Warrior one, warrior two, and reverse warrior. Right? And I say to your heart's desire so that you know you can add things in if you want to add things in. You can take things out if you want to take things out. This is your opportunity to create the practice that you want to be having. Something that feels interesting, maybe challenging in your own body, so that you stay with yourself, right? Stay with the sensations moving through your body. Stay with the breath filling and spilling from you. There's so much to notice, so much to take stock and take notice of. See if rather than taking stock and notice to sort of pick yourself apart, you can do so to build yourself up, to feel for your strength, to feel for your power. Really nice flows, such really graceful work in this virtual space today. Keep it moving, keep it going, keep finding your own way through space. And once more, we'll meet all together in our forward fold. When you get back to downward facing dog after the left side through, an inhale to glance forward, bend the knees, and an exhale to gently hop or walk to the front edge of the mat. When you get there again, inhale, find your half lift, firm belly, long spine. And exhale, let it hang soft and heavy in your forward fold. Again, keep your feet about hips width apart, all 10 toes pointed straight forward. Without even thinking about it, on your next inhale, sit your seat low, reach your arms tall, and dive into your chair pose. Weight in the heels, sit down, sit back, scoop the belly in, lift the heart tall. Reach long through the fingertips, again, using the reach of your arms to feel for a sense of length and spaciousness through the sides of your body. Sit just a little lower, take one more deep inhale. On your exhale, stand straight up, mountain pose. Good, doing your best to keep your biceps framing your ears. Root down through the sole of your right foot. Feel all the muscles of your right leg pull up like a stocking. And then lift your left thigh up parallel to the floor. Stacking your ankle right underneath your knee. Flex your toes up towards your face. Helps to further engage the inner thigh. Good. Try to keep your thigh parallel to the floor to the best of your ability. Keep the low belly scooped in and the weight a little bit more forward as you begin to kick through your left heel to straighten your left leg. Yeah, it might get a little weebly, a little wobbly, no worries, right? If you fall, pick it up, try again. Reach long through your fingertips, take a smooth inhale. On the exhale, warrior three. Slowly swing your left leg down, back, and up as you dive your chest forward, one day body parallel to the floor like the capital letter T. Yeah, I'd suggest here continuing to flex your left toes, kicking back through your left heel to really feel for the engagement of your left leg. Take one more smooth inhale. On the exhale, high lunge. Deeply bend your right knee. Bring your left toes way back to the back edge of your mat. And this time, keep your left heel lifted high. All 10 toes pointed forward. Nice, yeah. And if you need to resituate your feet a little bit, widen your base if that feels more supportive, feel free to do so. See if you can lift your back heel even a little higher, cat. Yeah, and lift the back of your left thigh skyward. Really feel for the energetic of the front of your thigh chasing the back of your thigh. Scoop your belly in, bring your palms to press overhead and drag them down to the center of your chest. Inhale, puff your heart. Exhale, twist to your right. Hook your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Press your arm into your leg, your top palm into your bottom palm. Just like before, you're welcome to fly away or to bind if that's interesting to you. The bind might be a little bit more accessible here now that you only have one leg to go around. This looks great, Piper. Now really focus on rolling that right shoulder more back in space. And if you're able, begin to lift your chin skyward. Yeah, you got it. One more smooth inhale. On the exhale, slow, roll yourself back to center. Try not to touch the floor. Reach your arms up overhead, biceps frame your ears. Smooth breath in. On the exhale, warrior two. Reach your right arm forward, your left arm back, and dial your back heel down to meet the mat. Good. Again, a moment of pause, a moment to settle in. Take a big inhale across your chest and exhale, tilt. Bring your right hand down to the inside of your right foot, side angle. Here again, use the soft points of connection of your body to facilitate the actions of the pose. Push your right arm into your right leg and vice versa to help you peel your hips and your chest more open towards the long side edge of your mat. Now keep your hips and your chest facing this direction. Moving into balancing half moon, shift your gaze forward and down about a foot in front of your right foot. Then slide your fingers to that point, kick into your right heel and lift your left leg into the air. Yeah, and who knows, right? It might happen, it might not. You might fall 100 times, no worries. Pick yourself up 101. It's a practice, always chance to grow and to learn. Rather than trying to make a picture, let it be energetic. Kick down through your right heel, kick back through your left heel. Pull your right armpit forward as you spread your arms wide apart. Squeeze your butt cheeks together to roll your left hip a little higher. Take one more smooth inhale. Now slow, on your exhale, standing split. Bring your two hands to the floor. Roll the left hip forward and down this time so that your hips are square towards the mat. Lift your left leg as high up as you can. You can keep a gentle bend in your standing leg, your right leg, but try to squeeze your lifted leg as straight as it will go. Firm up on the thigh, lift the sole of the foot skyward. Drop your head a little bit more heavy as you squeeze your left butt cheek and lift your left leg higher, higher, one more time higher, and then softly step it down, forward fold. Yeah, back in your forward fold. There you are. Maybe wiggle it around, shake it loose, bend one knee, bend the other, nod the head, flutter the lips, find what feels good to reset and recollect. And then check back in with your base, separate your feet about hips width apart. We'll take a half lift, inhale, firm belly, long spine. And then exhale, let it drop, hang soft, hang heavy. Don't think, just do. Inhale, sit the seat low, reach the arms tall, get back into your chair pose. Find the breath that will support you here. Inhales to reach a little taller. Exhales to sit a little lower. Find your own edge and sit in the fullness of that space. Good. One more smooth inhale. On the exhale, stand straight up, mountain pose. Keep the arms really active, firm through the upper arms to squeeze the elbows as straight as possible. This time, kick down through the left foot, firm up on all the muscles of the left thigh, and then lift the right thigh parallel to the mat. Ankle underneath, flex the toes up towards the face. Gather the belly in, feel yourself grow even a little taller, and then stay tall, joints stacked as you kick your left heel forward, or your right heel forward, my bad. Yeah, you got it. Keep kicking forward, and if your leg is totally straight, maybe try to lift it a little higher and a little higher. Yeah, one more, smooth inhale. On the exhale, slow, swing the right leg down, back, and up as you charge the chest forward and down. So again, rather than what it looks like, what does it feel like? Can you feel yourself getting longer from right heel kicking back through fingertips, reaching forward? Take one more smooth inhale. On the exhale, slow, deeply bend the left knee, bring the right toes way back to the back edge of your mat, land in your high crescent lunge. Good, as you sit low into your front thigh, scissor your inner legs towards one another like you could shut them closed. Keep lifting your back heel high, really get forward on the big toe mound of that right foot. Bring your palms to press overhead, drag them down to the center of your chest. Inhale, puff your heart. Exhale, twist to the left. Hook the right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Arm into leg, palm into palm. Roll the chest open. Again, fly away or bind if that's interesting to you. Good. If you have that full bind, begin to work to squeeze your top arm a little straighter as you roll the left shoulder back and lift the heart skyward. Take one more smooth inhale to roll open. On the exhale, slow and steady, draw it back to center. Reach the arms up overhead, smooth breath in. On the exhale, peel it open wide, warrior two. Left arm forward, right arm back. Sit low, reach wide. Settle in. You can do it. Sit low in the front thigh. Good. Big breath in. On the exhale, tilt. Left hand down to the inside of the left foot. Reach the right arm skyward. Open up the chest and spread the arms wide. See if you can sit maybe a little lower into your front thigh. Good, Cat and Julie, so that you feel more of one long line of energy from your back foot through the center of your torso. Now, gaze forward and down about a foot in front of your left foot. Keep your focus steady. Slide your fingers forward, kick into your left heel, and lift your right leg into the air. Roll your right hip up to stack on top of the left hip. Squeeze the inner butt cheeks together. Kick back through the right heel, pull forward through the left armpit. Looks so good, Caitlin MC. As you open up the body, maybe you find the courage to begin to lift your left fingertips off of the floor. Yeah, it might wobble, you might fall. Good for you. You're challenging yourself to find new edges. One more smooth inhale. On the exhale, slow, bring your two hands to the floor. That was so graceful, Piper, as you roll the right hip forward and lift the right leg higher for your standing split. Now, in your standing split, it might feel interesting to walk your hands more back towards your standing foot, maybe even wrap your left hand behind your left ankle to drag your chest more down as you lift your right leg more up. One more smooth inhale to lift it just a little higher, and then softly step your right foot down to meet your left, forward fold. And just like that, that's all in the past. So see if you can let it go. Shake it loose, maybe wiggle it around. Where are you right here and right now? There you are in a forward fold. How fully can you embrace this moment in time? Inhale, take a half lift, reset, firm belly, long spine. Exhale, plant the palms to the mat, step or hop back, and move through your flow. And then back in downward facing dog. We'll take time to slow things down, starting with a set of half pigeon on the right-hand side. Inhale, lift your right leg long behind you, bend at your right knee, and softly swing it forward to the outside of your right wrist. Untuck your left toes and pull your left leg long, 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 long behind you. A couple of moments to settle into the form. For most of us, it's going to be rolling the left hip a little forward, pulling the right hip a little back to level the waistband towards the short front edge of your mat. Once you feel evenly situated between right and left side body, take an inhale, lift the chest tall, and begin to softly melt forward across your front leg. That might look like just walking your hands a little bit more forward. It might be coming down onto your forearms. It might be widening your forearms and bringing your forehead to the floor. Wherever you are along that spectrum, again, see if you can commit fully to where you are. So it's not about getting to the next thing, to getting to the more sort of flexible space of your hips totally on the floor, your forehead totally on the floor. More so, it's about where you are right here and right now. And can you stay interested in your own process? Let every inhale fill you up and swirl around, create more space. Let every exhale be the chance to soften and surrender into that space, right? Trusting that change is the nature of time. Nothing to push, nothing to force. Let your body unfold on its own accord, breath by breath, and moment by moment. Wherever you are in your breath, gently exhale out all of your air, SH. Take a deep breath in, let it swirl around. This time, seal your lips. Let it go HM. Give it a little bit of space and time to let that gentle vibration weave its way through your body. And then soft and slow, begin to walk your hands back the same way they went out until they're propped underneath your shoulders for support. And then curl your left toes under, squeeze your left leg straight, scoop your belly in as you swing your right leg back to meet your left, and either move yourself through a flow or head right back into your downward facing dog. You can move it around, feel it out if that's interesting to you. And we'll meet in half pigeon on the left-hand side. Take an inhale to reach the left leg long, long, long. Exhale, bend the knee and softly swing it forward. Left knee all the way over to the left side edge of the mat. Extend the right leg as long back behind you as you can. A general rule of thumb, try to keep that shoelace part of your right foot connected to the floor rather than the inner ankle or the outside edge of the foot. Sort of speaks to how your leg is rotated in your hip and you want your leg straight on. Inhale, lift your chest tall and then softly lengthen forward across your front leg. As soon as you arrive or as soon as you're able, close your eyes. Listen inward. Feel your breath. Notice your thoughts. Again, if thoughts begin to wander, if focus begins to wane, right? It's again, just a point of awareness. Once you find the awareness, then you can make a choice. And you could choose to continue to daydream. Maybe that's what you need right now. Or maybe you can choose to bring it back to right here, to right now, to the sensations of your body, to the movement of your breath. How intimately can you be with yourself in a quiet moment? Gently exhale out all of your air, SH. Use that sound to hear yourself get totally empty. At the bottom, take a fresh breath in like you were taking a cool sip of water. HM. Again, without any sense of urgency, like you didn't want to leave it. Begin to peel your way out of half pigeon on the left hand side. Root down through your palms as you curl your right toes under. Swing your left leg back. Maybe travel through one final flow, or head right back into your last down dog for this hour of class. Move it around, feel it out one more time. And then when you find that downward facing dog, using the strength of your low belly, slowly lower your two knees down onto the floor, and we'll set up for a camel pose. So again, stack your knees right underneath your hips, about 6 inches in between them. Lift your torso up so that your shoulders are stacked over your hips, and bring your hands to your lower back, heel of your wrist just beneath your lowest rib. Draw your elbows towards one another, draw your shoulder blades inward so that you broaden open the front of your chest. Now nice and slow, take an inhale to look up, try to see the ceiling. All along the way, breathe slow and steady in and out through your nose. The moment it feels like your breath is getting caught, rather than coming out of it, stay right there and focus on smoothing out your breath in and out through the nose. When the breath is steady, look more back, and if you see the back wall, reach for your heels, fingers on the inside and thumbs on the outside. Wherever you are, remind your hips forward so that they stack right over your knees. Good. Opening up the fronts of your thighs. Lift the belly, lift the chest, lift the chin to open up the front of your torso. Take one more smooth breath in, fill it up. And then slow, exhale, hands to the low back, rise up tall. Keep the heart lifted, shoulders stacked over hips, and heavy the hips down to meet the heels. If hips on heels is uncomfortable for your body, you can sit cross-legged instead. But do your best to keep your spine erect and tall, heart lifted, shoulders soft. If you're at all able, close your eyes. Drop into the moment. Drop into your breath. Drop into your body. And then maybe you can keep your eyes closed as you bring your hands to either side of you and swing your legs out long in front of you, preparing for a seated forward fold. Walk your hips back a couple of times, tilt the bowl of your pelvis forward so that you're seated forward on those bony parts of your butt. Scoop your belly in, reach your arms up, 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 and slow with control, dive forward across your two legs and try to catch a hold of your feet. Now, if your feet are far away from you, no worries. Bend your knees, bring them a little closer, and catch a hold of them. Now you have a firm point of connection to give yourself some biofeedback. So as you begin to kick your heels forward, not only do you begin to stretch the backs of your legs, but you also stretch your arms and the length of your torso as well. Keep the belly firm to support that stretching in your low back. If your legs are straight, really firm up on the fronts of your thighs to support the stretch in the backs of your legs. Flex your toes more back. And if you're able, crease your elbows and pull your chest more forward, imagining one day you could hook your ribs below your knees and bring the top of your head to touch your feet. Nice, Kate. And then slow, tuck the chin into the chest, begin to round yourself up, inch by inch, bone by bone, until you're seated tall. Scoot your hips forward to the front quadrant of your mat, bend your knees, plant the soles of your feet to the floor. Reach your arms out long in front of you, palms facing one another, and tilt softly back just far enough that you can lift your shins up parallel to the floor. Gather the belly in, keep the heart lifted, keep reaching long through your fingertips. Next, Now on your next inhale, draw your knees to your chest to your knees, hug yourself in tight. Exhale, lower, lengthen and hover your body just an inch or two above the mat. Good, inhale, pull it in, knees to chest to knees. Exhale, lower, lengthen and hover. Inhale, gather it in, knees to chest to knees, chin lifted, open throat. Good, exhale, lower, lengthen and hover. 2 more, inhale, pull it in, slow with control. Exhale, lower, lengthen and hover. Last one, inhale, pull it in. Exhale, lower, lengthen, now stay hovering here. Hollow out your belly, keep reaching long through your fingertips, point through your toes. Scissor kick your legs, one atop the other. All you've got, this is it for 10, 9, 8, 7. Bring your biceps to frame your ears for the final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it, fall into the floor. Right away, let your belly go soft. Take an inhale, feel it rise towards the ceiling. And exhale, let it fall towards your spine. And then pull your 2 knees into your chest, grasp for opposite elbows, opposite forms. Give yourself the sweetest little squeeze. Maybe rock a little side to side. Maybe make little circles with your pelvis. Massage your low back. From there, bring the soles of your feet to connect with one another. Butterfly your knees open. Press pinky toe into pinky toe. And try to weave your hands around the outside edges of your feet. Pull the feet up and in towards the center of your chest as you actively roll the back of your pelvis towards the floor. Deep belly breathing. Every inhale, let your belly rise into your inner hips. Every exhale, pull your feet a little closer towards your chest. Take one more big breath in, and on your exhale, peel open into your happy baby. Draw your knees wider than your torso. Separate your heels wider than your knees. Maybe rock a little side to side. Maybe extend one leg or extend the other. A chance to play with the features of your face. Wiggle the nose, flutter the lips, stick out the tongue. Wiggle it all around. One more deep belly breath in, fill it up. On your exhale, soft and gentle, let the arms and the legs fall out long onto the floor. Now just these next couple of moments and breaths to create the final form for this hour of our class together. Set it up with all the care that led you to it. So legs out long, toes fall open to soften the inner thighs. Arms soft and easy by your sides, palms face up to broaden the center chest. Relax the front of your throat. Release the space where your jaw connects to your skull. Do your very, very best to close your eyes. And then just like before, drop into the moment. Drop into your breath. Drop into your body. Deeper and deeper and deeper. How intimately can you stay with yourself in a quiet moment? As you continue to drift deep, deep, deep into your stillness, a word of thanks. Thank you so, so much for your practice. Thank you for coming. Thank you for staying. And thank you for giving it all you had to give in your practice today. As always, we're a donation-based studio. And as always, we'll end class with a quote and a breath. Who made the world? Who made the swan and the black bear? Who made the grasshopper? This grasshopper, I mean. The one who has flung herself out of the grass. The one who is eating sugar out of my hand. Who is moving her jaws back and forth instead of up and down. Who is gazing around with her enormous and complicated eyes. Now, She lifts her pale forearms and thoroughly washes her face. Now, she snaps her wings open and floats away. I don't know exactly what a prayer is. I do know how to pay attention, how to fall down into the grass, how to kneel down in the grass, how to be idle and blessed, how to stroll through the fields, which is what I have been doing all day long. Tell me, what else should I have done? Doesn't everything die at last and too soon? Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? Once more, please exhale out all of your air, empty, empty. Try to get to the bottom of it. Inhale from the soles of your feet to the crown of your head. H-A. You are more than welcome to linger in your Savasana for as long as you'd like. When you are ready to exit it, I'd encourage you to do so slowly. Maybe begin by wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, rolling over to one side of your body, softly pressing yourself up to a seated position. Maybe from there, once more, you seal your practice with hands at heart center or a nod of your head. And then again, thank you so much for your practice. I put the link to our donate page if you want to easily click that link and donate there. We're also on Venmo at Yoga to the People. But again, know that it's never a prerequisite or a requisite to donate to participate in this community. Keep coming back, keep spreading the word. Thank you. I'll be on this call for another 10 minutes or so. Thank you, Hadas. And you're welcome to unmute yourself at any moment. If you want to connect, ask a question, you can also use the chat box. I'm looking at that as well. Thanks again.